What's up, guys? Welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at-home or garage gym needs. We are on Wednesday, December, never remember these days anymore. Christmas is getting so close. 16th, day number 276 of our At Home Fitness programming series for this year of the awesome 2020. And here's what we're looking at for today. First piece is going to be a strength piece, guys. This is going to be one of our continuing cycles that we're going to try and improve over about, I think we're probably going to go about 6 weeks here. We're going to mix it up, create some variability, but it's also going to be focused on that vertical upright pulling movement. So as you can see, the strength today is going to be upright rows. We're going to go single arm, 3 rounds, 6 to 8 each side. I want you guys, something we've talked about with single arm, single leg stuff before. Pick the side that you think is going to be weaker. Try and hit that 6 to 8 number with the specific weight and then replicate that on the other side. Now, what do we do if there's a big difference between the sides? Let's say you're right-handed. For whatever reason, your left arm, you're using 35-pound dumbbell. Your left arm's getting 5 and they're pretty ugly. Your right arm's cranking out 8 pretty well, pretty aggressively, as in like you could probably go to 10 or so. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to stick with the numbers. I want you to stop yourself at 8 on the right side. I want you to try and get to 6 on the left side if possible, even if you need to put a little bit of a break in there, set it down, shake it out kind of thing. And then I want you to hit a 4th round on that left side. So you're going to start with the left. It's going to go left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 3 on the right, 4 on the left. Let's work on that over the next 6 weeks, see if we can create some balance between the two sides, two pulling motions, and thus probably make your shoulders healthy, because if there is that big of a difference, I use an exaggerated difference there, then you're probably getting some pain in some other movements, or at least some weakness or some irritation, something along those lines. All right, so workout today is going to be a 12-minute AMRAP. You're going to have to really stay in the moment on this one. This is going to be nasty. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 25, etc., Medball cleans. And we're going to toss in there, for torture purposes, a 25-foot bear crawl. Notice the exclamation there. That bear crawl is flat. Back, spine position, flat to the ground, which means the knees have to be bent, which means you have to be on your toes when you're crawling. Now, I will demonstrate this in place for the most part. If you guys are stuck in the house or in a place where you don't have 25 feet, you can go forward and back, you know, do the Austin Powers bumping, backing out of the hall thing, just trying to accumulate about 25 feet. In which case, it's honestly not going to be that big of a difference if you guys only have 5 feet. You go forward for 5, back for 5, forward for 5, back for 5, forward for 5. It's literally going to be the same amount of work, so it's not a big deal. All right, stick around if you want to see those mods and demonstrations. All right, as we went through, upright rows are the new strength improvement cycle here, so let's go through the mechanics a little bit. Standing tall, glutes engaged, abs engaged, so we're not creating too much of an arch. Pulling the dumbbell or weight straight up to the front of the shoulder, and I'm making sure that I'm trying to lead with my elbow as much as possible. So here's a side view. That elbow should be the highest part of this row, going all the way through, including the finish, guys. Also notice there's not a lot of back pull. It's straight up and down for the most part. All right, guys, let's go through this couplet here so you understand what's going on. We're going to start ourselves off with those 5 Medball cleans. As always, on these Medball cleans, focusing on the hips, doing the lifting. If you guys watch really closely, you can almost see, or definitely see, my hands coming off of the ball as I transition down underneath to receive it. That should be a goal for this movement. Now, bear crawl. It's probably a little bit shorter than about the 5 feet that I want you guys to go if that's all you have. But you're going to get the idea here. Forward, back. As you can see, going back is going to be the particularly challenging part, where you're going to want to push that butt up in the air. Try and keep the knees bent. Stay flat, almost as if your feet are another set of hands. And then we're back into those cleans. Pop, let float, punch down underneath. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, let's talk modifications. So the first part there, that upright row. If we don't have dumbbells, we don't have a kettlebell, or at least one that's going to be of the weight that you can single arm row, we have a bunch of different options here. The first, and honestly what might usually be the last option, could be the first one here, And that is grabbing a book bag that has a handle on it, a strap handle, loading it up to a weight that you think, I don't even care what the number is, as long as you feel like you're getting the resistance out of it and the right kind of intensity and stress, loading it up so you can do your rows that way. It's gonna allow you to be a little bit more vertical. It's also gonna obviously keep it single arm versus grabbing a barbell and doing our rows that way. Can you grab a plate? Yeah, but you're gonna end up hinging that wrist, right? So if you're trying to put your finger inside the plate, it's gonna end up hitting the forearm at the top. It's gonna shorten range of motion. You could double arm it like this, that would work. Again, 2 hands versus 1, right? Not necessarily the exact point, but same kind of movement. You can hold the top of the plate, but that's more than likely gonna put so much stress on your grip and your forearm that you're not necessarily going to be able to keep that elbow dominant and the shoulder back in a good position. It's gonna end up wanting to pull you forward a lot. Can we use a band? Yes, you can probably use a band. I say probably because it depends on how heavy that band is and how strong you are. More than likely, it's gonna need to be really light. It's gonna go under your feet and you're gonna have to pull against it. Now, keep in mind the point of the band. The band gets harder the higher the band goes, meaning the more the band is stretched, right? The weight does not do that. So that is going to be a little different scenario. You're not necessarily gonna get the same amount of work through the range of motion on the upright row. So be careful with that. It's probably in a better position to go 2 hands on the band if you're gonna do that, or honestly, just toss that band onto something, anchor it, and let's get a bunch of face pulls in. At the very least, we're still working the traps. We're still doing something that's gonna be beneficial to us, even though it is now horizontal instead of vertical. I don't want you to go at a dynamic angle and put it at like a 45 and pull up this way. That's probably gonna end up making us shrug a little too much, and that's going to be worse than it is beneficial, okay? Second part for the workout, bear crawl. You can bear crawl. I know you can bear crawl. Do the bear crawl, all right? Even if you have to shorten the range of motion, you need to shorten the length, the distance, that's fine. Do the bear crawl. Shoulder taps is probably our next skill option there, by the way. If you're doing shoulder taps instead of the bear crawl itself, I want you to do the shoulder taps with those knees bent and our spine parallel to the floor, all right? So get in the same position. Medball cleans. I don't have a med ball. Yes, I can do squat cleans. I can do hang squat cleans with a barbell. Keep it really light, guys. It should not be a heavy weight. Like 75 for the guys, 55 for the ladies, maybe lighter, maybe 95, 65. But again, you're gonna get a lot of reps, so I don't want you to just literally destroy yourself on this. That's not the purpose today. If we're going kettlebell, we're gonna go upright row into a goblet squat. Okay, movement is actually very similar to a ball. And then for the dumbbells, guys, it can be the same thing that we talked about with the barbell, right? Squat clean. Again, weight is super light. Keep in mind, the ball you're probably using is about 20 or 14 pounds. 15-pound dumbbells are more than enough to get the same target out of this workout, okay? Good luck. Let me know. Anybody needs help modifying, hit me up.